So the second video that I wanted to do today and talk about how disease is causing, we talk about disease and we don't look at the other things. The first thing that I said is look at the stress. The second thing I'm saying is look at the self-image that you have about yourself. Now, how does the disease really form? According to Meta Health, we say that the disease happens when something stressful is happening around you. What is that stressful thing that's happening around you? That stress is such that has never happened before in your life. It is something that you weren't ready for. So it's absolutely what we say. It's a Yudin, and Yudin, it's unexpected. When I say something unexpected, I did not expect my husband to speak to me like that. I did not expect today my building to fall off and I have no home. I did not expect that earthquake to happen. I did not expect that terrorist attack to happen at the VT station. I did not expect certain things in my life. And from that, let's go to the second one. That's the Yudin. The D is the dramatic. It felt like as if it was a drama happening around me. And I was like almost like an observer watching it. But even in that observation, I'm saying it's something new. I don't know how to deal with it. It's something that I will not like to talk about. It's isolating. I will not pick up the phone immediately and say, hey, you know what? Today the earthquake has happened and I've lost my house. It's not something that you talk about very easily. Hey, my husband just left me for another woman. It's not something that you would discuss very easily. So you isolate yourself. You literally have no one to talk to. The third part of it is, the fourth part in fact, is that I have no plan. Do you have a plan how to deal with that earthquake that happened and you lost your house? Do you have a plan how to deal with the people who died at VT station and you're standing there when the terrorist attack happened? Do you have any plan how to deal with maybe your child not being well? For suddenly, that could be something so unusual. Your child has always been healthy and suddenly he is not healthy. You do not know how to deal with it. Now, more important than the stress that happens is how I perceived it. How I saw that stress. Did I see that stress as something that's going to take my life away? Did I see that stress as something where I felt I'm not protected? Did I see that stress in certain way where I felt I'm not good enough, I should have done something about it? Did I take that stress in a form where I felt separated from myself, separated from other people? Depending on how I perceived, or the person standing there who's getting a disease perceived that incident, he will get the disease. So disease doesn't just happen. It will be dependent on various factors. And the most important that we forget among this is how I perceived myself. How do I see myself? Do I see myself as a strong person? Then according to the strong person, I should behave in XYZ manner. That's my perception of myself. There is one perception of the incident that's happening and the other perception is who I am and myself. So am I standing there and looking at myself and saying, oh, I'm a coward, I can't do this, I absolutely can't do this, then your reactions will be different. If I think, oh, I'm a strong woman, I really got to do this, then the reaction will be different. Let's say if you think you're a good girl and your reaction to the whole incident may be different. Let me give you an example. Let's say a husband comes back home and tells his wife, darling, I'm going to leave you and go because I don't love you anymore. I've fallen in love with my with your friend who is our neighbor, and you presume that it's a girl that he's fallen in love with. What if he comes and tells you, I've actually not fallen in love with that girl, but I've fallen in love with her husband? So he's telling you that he's a gay. How do you react? What is your self-image? If your self-image is of a good girl, you'll probably be lying on his feet and saying, sorry, don't leave me, I'll do everything, keep me as a servant. Now, in that story, how are you perceiving yourself and the incident? Both will create a dynamic, a story over there where you will react and create disease according to how you saw yourself and how you saw the stressful event. So, not only is it important to deal with the stress, but it's important to look, what is the image that you've created around yourself? Who do you think you are? And do you have to have that image fixed? Change the fixed images, change the fixation that you have around the perceptions that you have, change your beliefs, and that will change your disease. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you want to listen more to this series, please do go on to the help library, series where I'll be speaking more on this same topic, or you could go on to my blog anumehta.co.in. Thank you very much.